Hello, my friend. This is Clyde. Don't lose sight of the future. Life is about success. The latest addition to the Billionaire Club is 37-year-old LeBron James and the first NBA player to join that club. And it didn't come easy for him. It is estimated that of his 6 main streams of income, his NBA salary is the third highest. Reports say that he has dreamt of being filthy rich for a long time, and he put in the work. It's great to be sitting on top of your game, sports-wise and financially. I am way off that mark by, let's just say, I need to start over. But seriously, financial wealth is the conventional benchmark of success. Some wealthy dudes do not go to college, but they hire university grads to produce the wealth. These days, young folks are making tons and tons of money through but more popular and wealthy than it was before. Success is sometimes gained through talent, say in sports or TV quiz shows. Hollywood is the holy city of entertainment, and many aspirants see walking the red carpet to an awards show for Best in Show Business as a sign that they have arrived. And of course, there are those in the world of religion, televangelists and megachurch pastors who own jets and mansions, who have supporting churches in many different countries and whose income is earned from book deals and preaching to large sold-out arenas and popular TV shows. Many people are making it one way or the other, making it to the top wherever it stops. In fact, the top is always moving higher because there might have been a time when it seems unattainable, but not so anymore. And yet we hear of a growing epidemic of mental health. Suicide rates are growing. Increasing number of wealthy people are suffering from depression and loneliness. And it is not because they are poor, but for some people, life is empty and there seems to be no reason for living. You go to the most amazing parties. You jet to exotic destinations, and after a while you are bored stiff with the fast lifestyle. Others turn to nature. They go on hikes and mountain trips in search of happiness, and when they arrive, happiness has moved away. Oh, there are some guys who think that if they improve on their looks, more women would throw themselves at their feet. But you stop to think about it. How much sex do you need? And with how many persons for you to find real happiness? And how much expensive bottles of wine should I drink from the finest wine cellars? And after you've drained the last ounce of the best wine in the world, you still feel miserable and you can see a hangover fast approaching. Many times you hear little of the very poor person who took their lives. But when a rich and famous person commits suicide, the experts soon theorize that this rich person who died from self-inflicting gunshot wounds or jumping from a high-rise building was battling with depression for a long time. The pursuit of happiness is a tough undertaking. Some folks manage to take things slowly, not competing against their friends, but dancing to their own music. Some people realize that guys from their senior year in high school fly first class and travel the world all over, while you are hunkered down in an office burning up the computer on your desk and barely making it before the next payday comes. You know something? This might be depressing, so let me stop. Maybe I lost you a long time ago because I might have hit a sensitive nerve in your life. So you ask, what should I do? Let me introduce you to some excerpts of one of history's wisest men, King Solomon of ancient Israel. He was the son who succeeded King David, the king among kings. And Solomon was not only wise beyond his years, but he was rich, and I mean rich. Forbes magazine would have problems assessing his wealth because more seems to be added to the high volumes of wealth each day than he amassed in his younger years. Here is something he has to say to us in the 21st century, written more than 2,900 years ago. Oh, how sweet the light of day, and how wonderful to live in the sunshine. Even if you live a long time, don't take a single day for granted. Take delight in each light-filled hour, remembering that there will also be many dark days, and that most of what comes your way is smoke. You who are young, make the most of your youth. Relish your youthful vigor. Follow the impulses of your heart. If something looks good to you, pursue it. But know also that not just anything goes. You have to answer to God for every last bit of it. Live footloose and fancy-free. You won't be young forever. Youth lasts about as long as smoke. Sound advice if you ask me. Do your thing, but keep your eyes on the future, when you will come to the end of your road. Let's hear some more of his wisdom. Remember your Creator in the days of your youth, before the days of trouble come and the years approach when you will say, I find no pleasure in them. Is he beginning to scare you? He knows exactly what he's talking about. He's been there and regret it. Finally, this is how his wise words wrap up the story. Now all has been heard. Here is the conclusion of the matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the duty of all mankind. For God will bring every deed into judgment, including every hidden thing, whether it is good or evil. Do you realize that we said nothing about God? While we are pursuing happiness, wealth, fame, fortune, nothing is said about God. But whether by choice or destiny, we are going to meet God at the end, and he is not going to take into account our wealth or fame or the status we had in this life. He simply will be basing his assessment on what you did with him. Take Solomon's advice. Keep your eyes on the future. Be ready to meet God anytime he calls your name.